picture, you know, when the leaves are falling off the tree, does it say, no, no, let me hold on. I'm so scared of change. What will happen next? It knows that what it's releasing and that more will come. Creation is finished. What you desire is already here. You must decide. And that's why I was saying, like, Dana, did you decide that you were going to make that for the last 5 years, or did you just accept it? So, do you understand your financial thermostat? And then remember, it's thoughts, feelings, and actions. So, thoughts can be, I can't make this much in my industry. Nobody will pay that much. Feelings, yeah, they won't pay that. I guess I have to like settle. I think I'll discount this, I'll discount that, I'll put this on sale. I'll do the, you know, maybe what I've got to do is like, I really need clients. I need clients, like, you know, that feeling. Actions, chaos, procrastination, self sabotage. We want you to create great money habits as well. So it's about knowing where you're at, but not living there vibrationally. So as you can see, Drina had a graph. She knew where she was at, but she didn't live there. She was living in the June graph, in that line item for June, even though she was in February not seeing that. So you can ask yourself things like, how much do you have in your business, if you have a business, but how much do you have in your bank account, and how much would you like to have? So not, again, Dana, you get to choose. You get to choose. So how much, Dana, do you want to have in your bank account as a baseline? Like, you never go lower than that. And then think about, the other thing is, you know, the other thing is that we're under earning because, like, you're not even probably taking into account what your operating expenses are. And maybe you're a solopreneur, so you're like, well, I don't really have operating expenses. You've got to value your time and your energy. Ivy says, I feel like I know this and do the exercises and actions, but it still doesn't come or takes a long while. Ivy, can you tell me what you do? Or when it does, it doesn't, or when it does, it doesn't stay. I feel confident and certain, but it's still not coming. Okay, so there's a disconnect. So I'm going to be really honest, Ivy, because, you know, that's why you guys are here. You know it intellectually, but you don't know it vibrationally. So your conscious mind, you know this stuff. Knowing is not enough. It's the doing, and it is the behaving and the being. And so where I would say your gap is, Ivy, is that maybe it can come, but it cannot stay. So where there's a disconnect is, do you feel worthy of having money? Do you feel worthy of receiving it? And that's where I would say there's a disconnect. That's what has to be reinforced. Amazing. So yeah, so Ivy was in real estate and now she's coaching. And then you can also think about, like, what is the breakdown of each product and service? And this can help you build the confidence. So even for you, Dana, as you go and, like, so think about it, you're going to work with a couple. Like, what does that take for you to work with a couple? Maybe you actually charge, it's not two people at full price. Maybe there's a couple package, but it's actually more than what two people at full price would be. I don't know. That might be too much of a stretch right now. But the reason I say that is you get to decide what it is. But the way that I look at it, like, I remember when I worked with couples more, I was so not attached to a couple working with me because I knew what it took. I knew what it took to sit with a couple day, like, you know, week after week and be there. And I charged accordingly. And so here's the other thing, Dana and others, that you've got to understand. It's so interesting. What you are charging is not for you. So the investment to work for me, work with me, is not for me. The investment to work with me, that amount, that energy exchange in the form of money, is for you. It is not for me. When you invest what you invest, you step up because you're investing in your next level and you're making a decision from your next level. I think of Craig again. I remember Craig saying to me, like he had made a decision that he was going to work with me a while back. And then he said, I decided I was going to make a decision from my next level. So I didn't want to hire somebody at my level because I want to be at the next level. So that is what the investment is for. So think about that in your own industry. It is not for me. You expand into a bigger version of yourself. But you have to believe that, right? So that is that. And I believe this to the core. Like I believe it to the core. I know it. Like it's not even that I believe it. It's like, I know it. I am it. Like I think I am really one of the best out there. And I don't say that to be arrogant. I say that because there's so much that I'm not good at. So I really like I always say, if I have you over for dinner and Paul's not home, we're ordering in. So you want to start taking a look at your money habits because wealth is a mindset. So there are many people that are wealthy that have a poverty consciousness, that are stressed about money. You don't want wealth like that, right? You want to feel at ease and at flow with it. So also, like, what do you pay yourself? If you're at that point, what do you pay yourself? All of these things are just for you to start to think. Oh yeah. It's not strategy, Ivy. It's not. So strategy, I can tell you this 100%. People often go, oh, I need a new strategy. The strategy is not the problem. No. The mindset work never ends. So we want your strategy to come from the mindset. But it comes from how you feel about yourself. It's truly time to level up 100%. I'd like to be able to consistently pay myself. So Dana, I would start now. Just even if it's like $10, like just so why start now? Even if it's just $10, like I don't care. It's because you want to start the circulation, the flow.